All right. Okay. So order and degree in your mains material, question number 21 onwards. Question number 21. What is the order? Anybody? This is page number 211, your mains material, differential equations.
1, sir.
1, because only dy by dx is there, there is no d square by dx square, so order 1. What about degree?
3, sir.
3, because there is dy by dx whole square and there is also dy by dx whole cube, and the 3 is bigger than 2. That's fine. Okay. 22. Without even finding the differential equation. Without even finding the differential equation. Can you tell what is the order going to be?
3, sir.
Order. How many constants are there? We differentiate that many times, right? Okay. So only one constant c is there, so we'll differentiate only once. So obviously it will be first order, no doubt about it. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So order can be found out without even what do you call that? Finding the differential equation based on the number of unknowns. But degree for that we have to do. Okay. So y square plus 2c root x plus 2c root c. Okay, let us see how to find differential equation. When you differentiate 2y dy by dx is equal to 2c into 1 by 2 root x, and derivative of constant is 0. 2 will be gone. We want to eliminate c, so find c and we'll put it there.
Sir, in the question he gave only x, no, sir?
Oh, it is only x, sorry, thank you. 2cx, okay, then it is simply 2c. And this will cancel. When you put it back, you'll get y square equal to 2cx, so 2y dy by dx into x plus regarding 2c root c, if I write, I'll get 2 into y dy by dx and square root of dy by dx, maybe into y. Yeah. But I also said no differential term can have square roots, fractional powers. They should have only integer powers. So how to avoid this square root? Anybody?
Substitute with c, sir.
No, then it is not called differential equation. Come on, you'll get the question back. Okay. You have to bring this one here and square it. Okay, you cannot say I'll tell degree is 3 by 2 or something. Degree can't be fraction. Okay. So bring this side and square it. Y square minus this is 2xy dy by dx whole square equal to this one. When I square it now, I'll get 4y cube dy by dx whole cube. When I expand this, I'm going to get dy by dx whole cube here, dy by dx whole square here, dy by dx and some y power 4. Now tell me what is the degree going to be?
Three, sir.
3, because you have dy by dx whole cube. Yes. So order can be told even without even finding differential equation based on the number of variable constants. But degree you have to do really find the equation. Okay, done. 22. Okay, 23. If I bring d square y by dx square here, I'll get y into d square y by dx square equal to 5 plus dy by dx whole square whole power 4 by 3. I should not directly say it is second order. Second order is correct, but I cannot say degree is 1 because no differential term can have fractional power, but this one has fractional power. So how to remove fractional power here?
Cubing on both sides.
Yeah. If it is only y here, I would have sent whole 4 by 3 this side. But this also differential term. This also cannot have fractional power. So I have to only do cube it on both sides. Then it will come y cube d square y by dx square whole cube equal to 5 plus dy by dx whole square whole power 4. We cannot reduce anything further, and nothing is fractional power for differential terms. If y has y power 3 by 4, not an issue. You don't have to do power 4. X has only dy by dx, d square by dx square have fractional power. We have to avoid. Okay, now it is this power is more, but that's not important. This is first order term and this is second order term. Whichever is the highest order, the power of that is degree. So what is the order and what is the degree?
2 and 3, sir.
2 and 3. Order 2 and degree 3. Okay, that is 23. Okay, 24. The degree and order of differential equation of family of all parabolas whose axis x-axis respectively is not required. It is there. Oh, respectively means the degree and order. They are asking degree first and order next. That way they are asking respectively. Either 2, 1, 1, 2 will be confused. Okay, for that. Whose axis x-axis or respectively. I think there should be a comma. Yes, according to English, I think after x-axis or respectively, between that there should be a comma, right? Otherwise, it will be confused. It's okay. What are all the parabolas whose axis x-axis? We have x-axis. Parabola can be like this, like this, like this. It can, vertex need not be origin. It can be anywhere on x-axis. So, what is the general equation of this parabola? Anybody want to tell whose axis x-axis? Yeah, it is not y minus k whole square. Only y square. You might have said y square only equal to 4a into x minus h. Normally, y minus k whole square equal to 4a into x minus h will cover all the parabolas whose axis is parallel to x-axis. But here they want not parallel to x-axis, x-axis itself. Okay, then your vertex y coordinate has to be 0. X coordinate can be anything. How many constant does it has? Variable constants.
2, sir.
2. A and H. So definitely the second order. If they asked only order, I would have not found differential equation. I would have left it and say second order. But they want a degree also. Anyway, I can open it up and say it is some ax plus b also, nothing wrong. Y square equal to ax plus b. Because some x coefficient and some constant and they're independent. Okay. So now I think I need to form it and maybe degree may come 1 itself, but order is 2, no doubt. When I differentiate once, 2y dy by dx is equal to a. When I differentiate one more time, 2y d square y by dx square plus that is this into derivative of this is 2 dy by dx whole square equal to 0. I can remove 2 if you want. Okay. So now this is first order term, this is second order. So order is 2 and the power of that is 1 only. So order 2, degree 1, but they ask degree first. Okay, so from this term, we should say order 2 and degree 1. So 1, 2. They ask degree first and order next. It all depends on this term. Question number 25, we found differential equation of that in the previous set of questions. Where did we find as a part of which question? No, we did not find. Family of all ellipses whose axis x-axis and y-axis and where it is. Maybe we're not done. Yes, ninth question. 9 and 25 are same. Okay, 24, okay, right, for everyone? Okay, just think about this 25 and 26, just a minute. Think about them. Okay, so if I would have not discussed ninth question, I would have wrote the whole differential equation and how to get it and all that. But if you look at ninth question, we've done the same thing. So I'm going to just take the answer for ninth one, which is option C. Okay. So question 9, the answer is same. Xy d square y by dx square plus x dy by dx whole square minus y dy by dx equal to 0. Okay, this is second order and first degree. So order 2 because of this and degree. Okay, 26. Okay, 26 we have fractional powers, power 5 by 2 on one side and power 2 by 3 on one side. So how to remove the fractional powers on both sides? Anybody want to tell? In 26, how to remove fractional powers? If you want to remove fractional powers in LHS, what should you do?
Cubing, sir.
Square. And if you want to remove a fractional power in RHS, you have to cube. You have to square it and cube it. So what should we do?
To the power 6.
Yeah. So just do power 6 on both sides. So dy by dx plus d square y by dx square power 5 by 2 whole power 6. That is LCM of the both 2 and 3. That's what we do. A into d square y by dx square whole power 2 by 3 whole power 6. So this is going to be dy by dx plus d square y by dx square whole power 2 3 is 15. This is a d square y by dx square whole power 2 2 are 4. So when you expand this, here also d square y by dx square is there, here also d square y by dx square is there. If you apply by binomial theorem, whatever it is, you are going to get d square y by dx square, highest power is 15. You get power 14, power 13, everything, including power 4. But the highest power is 15. So order 2 and what is the degree? 15. Am I right? So they want degree first and order. So option A. Is it okay? 26. Okay, 27. Because fractional power is there on the LHS as 5 by 3, we have to cube it on both sides. We are going to get d power 4 y dx power 4 plus d square y by dx square whole cube power 5 is equal to a d square y by dx square whole cube. Highest order term is this, and the power of that is that. So order 4, and when I expand by binomial theorem, the highest power of this becomes 5, so degree 5. Where degree is not defined, we might have not given any example or question here. Maybe miscellaneous, I don't know. You can see in IP. I told you when sign of dy by dx, e power dy by dx, things like that are there, we will not be able to talk about degree. Okay, I hope everybody clear about order and degree. Okay, so now I want to discuss some questions where we can adjust and manage without any particular method. And then atomic projective. So I am going to discuss now question number 92. And then 9900. 92, 9900. Just try these questions. All right, let us discuss 92. Okay, 92. X dy by x square plus y square. RHS I am going to split and write y dx by x square plus y square minus dx. Okay. Now I am going to bring this one this side. X dy minus y dx by x square plus y square equal to minus dx. I'm bringing this side, or I can bring this one here and dx this side also, depending on the requirement. Everything is fine. Dx is equal to y dx minus x dy by x square plus y square. Okay, as I said, mainly they are based on two things: d of xy and d of x by y and d of y by x and d of x square plus y square. Manipulating these things this way or that way. Whenever you find d of xy means you will find x dy plus y dx. You can write that as d of xy. But in variable separable method, whenever you have d of xy, if you want to integrate something, what you have should be function of xy only. Similarly, what is d of x by y? U by v rule you can use. Y into derivative of x is dx minus x into derivative of y is dy by y square. That is d of x by y. So anytime you find this kind of expression, we are going to convert into d of x by y. But if you into whatever is there, that should be a function of x by y, where the rest of the function. Then only we can integrate. So we can take this as t, and integrate it. Okay. Similarly, you know derivative of this and derivative of this. Same question, if the numerator is plus, I would have done more easily. When numerator is plus, why I would have done more easily? Anybody want to tell? Of course, it is y dx. Sorry, 1 minute. If you have down x square plus y square and numerator I have x dx plus y dy, it was more easier. Why?
d of xy by dx equals to 1 by x square plus y square. It can change.
The derivative of this is this whole thing. What is the derivative of x square? 2x dx. Derivative of y square 2y dy. Multiply 2 divided with 2. You are going to write d of x square plus y square by x square plus y square maybe into 2. dt by t integral will be easy. Okay. But here little bit work is there. You have to adjust. Okay. Now I can have any function of x here, and y dx minus x dy will give me an idea that I have to use one of these two, because if you want what is d of x by y formula, y into dx minus x into dy by y square, and d of y by x is x dy minus y dx by x square. Because this numerator and this numerator resembles this, I have to use either this or this. Similarly, I have to convert this whole thing into a function of y by x or x by y. But that means I have to divide it y square here or x square here. If I divide it x square here, only denominator, I'll get 1 plus y by x whole square. If I divide it x square here, y square here, I'll get x by y whole square plus 1. Here anything is okay for me because I can adjust this. Maybe in total also anything is okay, so it doesn't matter how you do it. Okay. You divide the whole thing with y square or whole thing with x square, not an issue. Why? Let us see that. If I divide the x square, I'll get y dx minus x dy by x square by 1 plus y by x whole square. That is dx equal to, this is exactly d of x by y. But I want d of y by x, so I can do minus common and write d of y by x. Because d of y by x, I should have x dy first by 1 plus y by x whole square. What if I divide y square all over? Let us see what happens. Then I'll get y dx minus x dy by y square by x by y whole square plus 1. Now that is dx equal to d of x by y nicely by 1 plus x by y whole square. Okay, I divided y square here and here. This is like dt by 1 plus t square, which integral is tan inverse t. So when I integrate, this integral is x, this integral is tan inverse y plus c. I don't know his answer they gave. Okay, they might have brought c here and tan here, and you would have got y is equal to tan of x minus c. What if I use this? What would have happened? You would have got x plus c is equal to minus tan inverse y by x. Okay. So if you bring this minus here and write tan, you might have got maybe y by x is equal to here also x by y. What is this? Sorry, something wrong. The tan is x by y. Right? Plus c. This is going to be x minus c, tan that is x by y. Yes, and then x is equal to y tan x minus c. You know what is the answer? I would just want to see. 92. Option C. Y equal to x tan. So maybe we'll get from this, we'll see. X tan, that too they give c minus x. Yeah, the c I wrote this side, somebody can write c this side, not a big issue at all, plus c. If you bring the c this side and multiply, what are you going to get? Tan inverse y by x is equal to c minus x. And y by x is equal to tan of c minus x. And y is equal to x tan c minus x. Is this answer is there? Yes. One may say, how will you connect that and this? I am getting this answer. That is also correct. Yeah, no problem with that. I'll tell you how to do from here, how to get this answer. Is that this tan, if you bring this side, what you can write? Cot, right? Okay. If somebody says, I got this answer, but that's not there, what should I do? You bring this one here, tan this side, you are going to get y is equal to x cot x minus c. X cot, can I write a tan 90 minus x plus c? Is that okay? And the 90 plus c is together one constant. So I can write it as y equal to x tan k minus x. You can see we got same as this. Okay. So there is no difference because somebody can write integral tan inverse, somebody can write cot inverse also here. Because minus 1 by 1 plus x square, you can write cot inverse. You would have got slightly different looking answer. All right. But both are same. These two answers are same. Is it all right, 92? Okay, that is secondary. My main point is dividing with x square or y square, getting that idea and writing it as d of y by x. I'm talking about that. Okay, please copy this. If any doubt you ask. One may ask, if I did not get this idea, can we do normally? Maybe, may not be. I have to see what is dy by dx. Is it homogeneous, non-homogeneous, and all that. I don't think here it is. Here you have to do like this one. You will not be able to do. Okay, just try to understand and then try what the next question I said, 99. 99 and 100. Huh. Anybody want more time to copy? Completed? Okay. Okay, 99. I don't know whether it is homogeneous or something like that. Shall I do it? Okay, also I can do it. I can adjust to also do it. F of x into dy by dx minus y into f dash. Well, I think everything is adjusting. Let us see. The denominator f of x I'll bring to LHS. F of x dy by dx equal to y f dash x minus y square. I'll bring this one here. F of x into dy by dx minus y into f dash x equal to minus y square. If I divide it minus y square, I'll get y f dash x minus f of x dy by dx by y square equal to 1. Multiply with minus here, divide with y square. Does it look like a derivative of what? The LHS?
F of x by y, sir.
Yeah.
Y by f of x.
Yeah, f of x by y. this into derivative of this minus this into derivative of this by this whole square. And dx that side, it is derivative of f of x by y equal to 1 into dx. You can integrate. Integration differentiation will cancel. We'll get f of x by y is equal to x plus c. So xy plus cy, or x times y times x plus. Yes. Okay, maybe this can be done by one of our previous methods, but right now I just want to focus on just adjusting and managing things. Almost same. Left side, I think I wanted to use this for LHS, but not required. This alone it can be adjusted. Divide with x square all over. X dy minus y dx by x square and x square plus y square by x square. This is half of d of x square plus y square. This is d of y by x. This is 1 plus y by x whole square nicely. So now I can integrate. Okay, integration differentiation will cancel. You will get x square plus y square. Here dt by 1 plus t square tan inverse t. So we'll get tan inverse y by x. I can send to that side. Option B. Plus c, right, madam? X square plus y square is equal to 2 tan inverse y by x plus after 100 101, is it similar? Okay, we'll do 101. That's it. We'll do 101 and then we'll go to orthogonal trajectories in the topic. Other question also we may do it. We'll tell you. Okay, just 101 and then we'll go to another topic. Subtopic. Anybody any doubt in the 99 or 100? Okay, I'm going to erase 100. Okay, 101. If I take LCM and LHS, I'll get x dx plus y dy and y dx minus x dy is equal to x by y cube cos square of x square plus y square. Okay, first of all, this can be written as half of derivative of x square plus y square because x square derivative is 2x dx, y square derivative is 2y dy, 2 is missing. This I can divide with y square or x square depending on the requirement. I can write y square times d of x by y because by y square is required for derivative of this. And x by y cube cos square x square plus y square. I think I have to just adjust everything. I can cancel this y square here and this cube here. This cos square I can bring here, I'll get secant, and this I can bring here. So half of secant square x square plus y square into derivative of x square plus y square. And here on x by y is nicely there, x by y and d of x by y. Okay, integrate it. It is like if you take this as theta, secant square theta d theta, integrate tan theta. So of tan x square plus y square. If I take this as some z, integral z dz integrate z square by 2. So I'll get x by y whole square by 2. That's it. So tan of x square plus y square equal to x by y whole square plus y. Okay, so these are some 4 questions based on using that small adjustment. I'll explain 101 again. Okay, somebody is asking. The numerator x dx, if you alone integrate it, you will get x square by 2. And y dy alone, if you integrate, you will get y square by 2. So the numerator can be written as derivative of x square plus y square, but some 2 is required, that's why I wrote out. This one, I can write by y square and write derivative of x by y, or I can write by x square and then write derivative of x by y or y by x, anything is okay. So I multiplied y square, divided y square, and that part I wrote derivative of x by y. That is this. RHS I have not done anything. Later on, cancel y square and cube. Cos square I brought here, and this d by x by that side, and everything is nicely there. Whatever is here, derivative is available. Whatever here, derivative is available. If I take this as theta, this will be d theta. If I take that as z, that will be dz. Z dz integral is z square by 2. Secant square theta d theta integral is tan theta. Is it okay, Dhanush? Okay. Okay, now we are going to discuss a small topic within differential equations, which not there for mains or in IP, but advanced they can ask. But it's a nice concept. And apart from that, rest of the questions, whatever I left in mains, okay, I am not going to discuss, like worked out problems and word problems and miscellaneous questions, whatever I left, and numerical questions. So after completing IP, you have to do on your own. Tomorrow onwards, I am going to discuss advanced material, all the odd numbers. Okay. Okay, what is this topic is orthogonal trajectories. What is this trajectory? Of course, trajectory is a path, some moving object. Okay, but what is this orthogonal trajectory is? Let us say I have a family of curves, some let's say parabolas or circles or something like that. Okay. Okay, let's say I have ellipses, a family of ellipses. Maybe they all have same eccentricity or same ratio of major and minor axis or something of that sort. Okay. Now, there can be a curve which cuts all of them orthogonally. Orthogonally means when will you say two curves are intersecting each other orthogonally? First of all, what is the angle between the two curves in first year? First of all, you have to find the point of intersection. At that point, draw tangent to first curve and draw tangent to second curve. The angle between the two tangents is same as angle between the curves. Am I right? Is this the definition of angle between the two curves? Yes. Now, what do you mean by two curves are intersecting each other orthogonally means at the point of intersection, the tangent to first curve and the tangent to second curve, the angle between them is 90. They're perpendicular. If the tangents at the points of intersection are perpendicular, we say the curves are intersecting each other orthogonally. So now, is my video? There is a break in the video? No, it's fine. Okay. I want a curve which is intersecting all these orthogonally. Maybe my network is little slow sometimes. It's okay. Look at some curve like this. It is quite possible that here the tangent here are perpendicular. Here the tangent and tangent are perpendicular. Here also the tangent are perpendicular. Here also. Even here also. Okay. It is quite possible that there is a curve, okay, which is intersecting all these ellipses orthogonally, but not one curve. There may be infinite such curves. Maybe a curve like this also where they're intersecting orthogonally, and there may be a curve like this also like this. Okay. So now what happens? All these are one family of curves, and all these are another family of curves. Okay. One family is intersecting another family orthogonally. Okay. What I mean by is every member in the second family intersects every member in the first family orthogonally. Then we say that family of curves is orthogonal to this, or that is orthogonal trajectory of this family. Understand that? Yeah. Anyway, it may be a little side topic somehow. As I talking to orthogonal trajectory, something came up. Okay. I was just thinking, see, let's say in the last 20 years, okay, whoever is born in India and whoever is born in Pakistan, okay, they never fought with each other, they never met each other, right? Mostly. But somehow these people hate those people hate those. Okay, many years back, somebody might have fought, somebody might have died, and there may be some fault on India side or Pakistani side or Gandhi side or some Jinnah side, doesn't matter. Okay, we don't, as such, we don't have many strong connection with our great grandfathers in a sense. But somehow, just because we are born in this piece of land, we carry so many prejudices with us that we carry so much enmity. Am I right or wrong? Even a stupid game like cricket, people are so much after who will win. It is not that India won means somehow they took over revenge on them or something like that. That's so childish. Am I correct or wrong? Just there is one wooden stick and some cork ball, and somebody is able to hit better than others, and they think they took revenge on the others. So funny, right? But somehow the media and people are so much, brainwashed to think of, you are born in this piece of land and you should envy those people and continue the war for years. I'm sure it's not so. Nobody can remove this enmity so easily. It goes on for further generations. Okay. Do you think your children are going to carry the same thing? Obviously, right? And your grandchildren and goes on. All right. Anyway, okay. Coming back to this. So now one may ask, okay, what does differential equation chapter has a connection to this whole topic? Is that your slope of the tangent is after all dy by dx. So how to do this question? Because every member in the first family should intersect every member in the second family orthogonally. Okay. So there are a lot of original curves. These are all secondary curves. You take any one of the point, find dy by dx to the first curve and dy by dx to the second curve. The product should be -1. You take any one of the points. All right. So how to solve this question is, it is two questions back to back in differential equations. We saw how to form differential equation. We also saw how to solve differential equation, forming the differential equation and solving the differential equation both. Many times in physics or chemistry and other fields, by theory of that topic, you will get a differential equation and you have to solve using math, and then you will know which curve is satisfying that. And sometimes we may have to form a differential equation also depending on the constraint. I want to discuss something more about order and degree. I'll come back after this is over. Okay. But coming to this, you will be given one family of curves. You will be given one family, and what you have to find is orthogonal family. But what the step is very simple. For this, you find differential equation. The original family, find differential equation. All right. That will be in the form of dy by dx equal to something. Okay. Now, if for original family dy by dx is this, for orthogonal family, what do you think dy by dx will be?
Minus dx by dy.
Yeah, it is -1 by this part, whatever it is. In the original family, whatever dy by dx, you got some expression. Dy by dx for the orthogonal family is -1 by z. That itself is a fresh differential equation. Solve that, you will get the orthogonal family's equation. Am I right? Okay. Let us take up an example and see. You take y is equal to kx square. Okay. For this, you want to find orthogonal family. This is a family of parabolas whose vertex is origin and whose axis y-axis. Okay. For this, what is okay? So if you want a figure of this family, okay, like this, all these parabolas are covered here. Okay. Now, what is the orthogonal family? What is that curve which can intersect all of them orthogonally? So first of all, you have to find differential equation. When you find differential equation, there should not be any k in it. You know that the variable constant is k. You have to eliminate it. So when you find dy by dx, you will get k into 2x. But not that I am going to write dy by dx for orthogonal family as -1 by 2kx. No, I am not going to write that, because whatever k you take, it should happen. So I should first of all find this without k. Just a minute. So in the place of this k here, I am going to write y by x square. Y by x square into 2x, which is 2y by x. So the differential equation of the original family is this. Then what is going to be the differential equation of orthogonal family? Anybody?
Minus x by 2.
Minus x by 2y, minus 1 by 2y by x, which is minus x by 2y. Now, how to solve this? It is a simple variable separable question, nothing complicated. Bring y here, x1 here. So 2y dy is equal to minus x dy. When I integrate it now, I'll get y square, and here minus x square by 2 plus c. If I write properly, it is x square by 2 plus y square equal to c. What do you think this is? The answer that I got. Is it a family of what? That is a family of parabolas. I can even write this family of parabolas with vertex origin, comma, y-axis as axis. Y-axis as axis. And what is it I got?
Family of 5.
It is family of ellipses. But what? It is not family of all ellipses, right? Anything else? I can even write this as x square by 2c plus y square by c equal to 1. You take c equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, you'll get different ellipses. Center is origin, major axis, x-axis, minor axis, y-axis maybe. But doesn't mean it covers all the ellipses with the center as origin, because the differential equation is different. We have seen recently in the 25th and 9th question. As he changes, what about ellipse is not changing? Center is not changing. Length of major axis is changing, length of minor axis is changing, but what is not changing? Focus may be changing.
Eccentricity.
Yes,
Eccentricity.
exactly. Yes, exactly. Whenever the ratio of this and this is same, the eccentricity is constant. If you try to find eccentricity, it is square root of what? 1 minus b by a whole square formula. Root over 1 minus c by 2c whole square, which is 1 minus 1 by 4, which is root 3 by 2. So basically it covers all the ellipses whose center is origin, major axis x-axis, minor axis y-axis, and eccentricity root 3 by 2, that only. If I have 5c here, 3c here, some other ellipse, and further this is not the orthogonal family, something else will be the orthogonal family. Okay, but the point is how to find the orthogonal family. Every member in this family of ellipses will intersect every member in this. Anyway, this parabola is not only upward, it is also downward, like this, if k is negative. And your ellipses are like this now. And at every point, they are intersecting orthogonal. Is it clear, everyone? Okay. Any question, same process. Find the differential equation of original family. Based on that, find dy by dx as minus 1 by the previous dy by dx. You'll get a new differential equation. Solve the differential equation. You'll get the orthogonal trajectory. So I'm not discussing any theory and all that may be there in the material. You can see it. But I think one question is good enough, but we'll do more. Today I'll stop here. Tomorrow physical class anyway for some people. We'll continue and discuss 2-3 more examples, and then we'll go to advanced material and of course little bit of order and degree I have to tell. All right. So please copy this. If that is done, we'll end the class.